me and my guitar playing, picking has always been a bit of a weak point, especially alternate picking. I'm fine if it's on a single string. But when it comes to changing strings, that's a different matter entirely, and I've always kind of found I just end up fumbling my way through the strings, especially when I'm trying to play a little bit quicker. But a little while ago, I came across economy picking, and that's what I'm going to talk about today because I feel like it's really useful for those like myself that struggle to change the strings whilst you're alternate picking. So what is economy picking and why is it useful? So before we get into the economy picking, obviously we need to understand alternate picking. I'm sure most people do watching this, but for those that don't, alternate picking is just, as the title suggests, alternating in the direction that you're picking in a continuous sequence, either down, up, down, up, down, up, or up, down, up, down, up, down. Which, as I said earlier, is fine if you're on a single string. There's not really anything else to worry about. You just continue that pattern up and down, playing whatever it is that you want to on your single string. But the reason it becomes a problem is when you go to change strings, especially if you're playing odd note groupings. Let's just say I want to play a run of a scale through the strings. Let's say the A minor scale. Ideally, when I start a new string, I want to make sure that I'm starting on a down because that's kind of how I like to start my patterns. If I start the whole thing, I'm starting on a down, I'm going down, up, down. But now I need to start a new string, and I previously did a down, which means my next pick would be an up pick. So when I change strings, I'm starting my next string on an up pick, which is, as I said, for me, a little bit of a problem. Down, up, down, up. I can do it. But it just doesn't feel as natural as it could. So that's where economy picking comes in. So economy picking, in a nutshell, is where you're changing strings, or when you're changing strings, to continue the direction that you were picking in previously onto the next string. For argument's sake, if I do my same scale that I just played a minute ago, I'll play the first three notes, which was a down, up, down. As I said, when I go to this next note, this 5 on the A string, I want to start that on a down pick too. So if I did a down pick previously on the low E string, on that 8, I'm going to continue that down pick to get the 5 on the next string as well. So I'm going down, up, down, down. So I'm continuing that down when I change the strings. So now I'm on to my next string and I'm starting my sequence on a down like I want to be able to do. And the idea is that I continue that all the way through the strings. But to do this and do this well, one thing that would be really useful is to make sure that I'm still playing an odd number of notes on every string. So I'm going to play a different shape of the A minor scale. So I'm going to go 5, 7, 8 on the E and A. And then 5, 7, 9 on the D and G. And then I'm going to go 6, 8, 10 on the B. And that 10 is my root note. But I'm actually going to continue it a little bit higher, and then on the top string I'm going to go 7, 8, 10. So I did 3 notes on every string. As you can see then, I just downpicked everything to demonstrate that, but what if I wanted to implement that economy picking into it? So basically, on every string, I'm going to go down, up, down, and then I'm going to continue that down pick to the next string and go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. A little bit like this. Which feels so much easier than... Whilst I said I can do that, it just doesn't feel as natural and as smooth as the economy picking version. Once I started playing around with that and getting a bit more used to it, I just found myself naturally doing that more often in other places as well. For argument's sake, I could play the same scale but a different position. I could start on the 8 on the low string. Now for the time being, the only string changes I'm focusing on is going from a low string to the next string above. For argument's sake, the E to the A, or the A to the D, or the D to the G, etc. I'm not going the opposite direction. That is a whole different kettle of fish. That's still economy picking, but it feels way more difficult than the other version. But it's also really useful to combine the economy picking with a little bit of legato style as well. So you want to do some nice flowing kind of hammer-ons, pull-off slides in your playing, but then when you're doing the string changes, still bring back that economy picking. Let me show you what I mean. I've got this little phrase in the key of A minor still, and it's going to sound like this. And most of that, like I said, was legato style, but then the economy picking was thrown in the middle of it also. So let's look at the first part of that. I'm going 5 on the high E, 8, 6, 5 on the B, and then 7 on the G. And the picking is up, pull off, down. Up, down, up, pull off, down. Then when I hit the 7, which was a down, and then I'm going to continue that down pick to get the 6 again on the B string and do another pull off back to that down pick there. That little sequence again. And then when I hit that 7, don't forget that was another down, and then I'm going to do an up pick on the 5 on the G, and slide it to the 4. And then I'm going to hit the 7 on the D with the down, and then I'm going to continue that down pick to get the 5 on the G. To a pull off, to a down pick, up pick, pull off, and then a slide. So on that string, I'm actually playing 4 notes. So down pick, up pick, pull off, slide. Down, up, pull off, slide. And then I'm going to play the 5 on the A string, which was a down pick. I'm going to continue that down, as you might have guessed, to get the 3 on the D string. This is getting kind of confusing. To another pull off from that 3 to 2. And then 5, 3, 2 on the A string. Then I'm playing the root note, the A on the low E. I'm going to continue that because that was a down pick. I'm going to continue that to get the 3 on the A string. To a pull off. And then 5, 3, which was a down, up, and then I'm going to finish on a down. That's quite a lot. And the good thing about that phrase is that it works in any key. Obviously, I'm starting on a root note. It's in the key of A, and I started on an A note. So if you want it in a different key, for argument's sake, E, start it on an E note. But another thing that's really important with this is that it really does teach you right and left hand synchronicity. If your left and your right hand are at different times to each other, then this won't work. You have to be at the right time to sort of make sure you're getting from one string to the next and you're ready for that next note when you make that jump. Because basically what you're doing is you're doing a little mini sweep. You're sweeping from one string to the next. For argument's sake, I could go from 13 on the B to 12 on the E. I'm not doing this. I'm not strumming both of them at the same time. And that's what I want to avoid. I want to still make sure it's a separate... But when you get used to this, it really makes a massive difference when you want to speed things up a little bit. So there you go, guys. That's something that I've been working on in my guitar playing at the moment, and I hope that you found that interesting and useful also. It's made a big difference in my picking, and I'm finding myself able to get through things a lot smoother, and as I said earlier, I'm not fumbling my way through the strings as much as I used to. So if you're struggling with your alternate picking as well, especially trying to play fast and especially moving through strings, then give this a try, this economy picking style. So I'm going to leave the video there anyway, and I hope you enjoyed it, like I said. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave it a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And if anyone's interested, I do actually teach online guitar lessons, so if you think I could help you with your guitar playing, my email address is in the top of the description. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then please do. I make lots of guitar and music related content, and hopefully I'll see you next time. So take care.